Hello, ladies and jelly spoons. Zero Ice here, playing more Halo Reach solo legendary tips. This time on Tip of the Spear, which is the 5th level in the campaign. When you start off the level, it's a clusterfuck, and it looks like somebody took a shit with a Covenant dropship right in front of you. Basically, that's my analogy of there's a lot of people and enemies and Covenant in front of you, and they all want to kill you. So, there's a bunch of grunts, a bunch of jackals with shields, one elite, two enclosed turrets. One of them shoots the double blue laser, one of them shoots big green rockets at you. Here's what I do. Run to the right, get behind this rock, and shoot everything that I can. Everything. If you look right in front of me, you can actually see one of the enclosed turrets. That's the big green one with rockets. It's pretty sweet. Go ahead and get a headshot on that one as soon as you get a chance. I do it here in just a sec. Other than that, just wait for the grunts to move out behind rocks. Take those out, and you should have no problems once you start moving forward, because most everything will be dead. Cat's also pretty good at shooting down things, and if anything, drawing cover fire, or drawing fire, so that you can peek your head out from cover and pop bitches. Now, you probably killed some grunts in the area that I'm standing at now, which means it's possible to go ahead and get a green pistol, but I didn't grab one because Cat was also shooting at that elite, and he was shooting at her, so that just made it easier. But if he starts shooting at you, don't forget to pick up a green pistol and go ahead and use it. You're more than welcome to use your secondary weapon, which in this case is the grenade launcher, but I don't because I'm bad at it. I'm about to make a double example of that situation right now. In fact, I fail so hard that the grunt gets out of the turret because he feels bad for me, which is kind of saying something. Anywho, once you killed everything up here, you're going to get an ordnance drop, which is going to be a Warthog, which is a missile turret. I don't use it. I only use it until I get over this ramp, because it speeds up the process of walking. Because right over this little hill, there are 3 skirmishers with needle rifles, which is pretty perfect, because at this point, you're probably out of DMR ammo, or close to being out of DMR ammo. I would go ahead and suggest to drop the DMR for the needle rifle, because there is no extra DMR ammo coming up, but there's a shit ton of needle rifle ammo. So, first gun, here we go. There are 6 to 8 grunts on the ground, including a ghost with an elite in it. Don't mind the ghost. Let Cat run forward and draw fire and do all that cool shit. You just stand back, pick off the grunts as you see them. If you don't see any more on the ground, don't move forward. Just look up, start shoot the ones that are underneath the gun and inside of the gun. It's going to help weed your way and just, weed through all the masses of shit that you have to get through. Once you can't really see anymore, the ghost is probably going to start really screwing with you. If he screws with you earlier, then just do this and be awesome. And then fail with 2 grenades, because that's part of being awesome. And then be even more awesome and actually succeed at what you tried to do the first time. It's pretty much a good way. Just sprint up to him, knock him off, pop, 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 dead. Okay, at this point you should have everything dead on the ground and most everything dead on the front of the gun. When you run up this hill, a bunch of enemies are going to come from outside of the gun. It's a handful of grunts, 2 or 3 jackals with shields, and a yellow elite with the blue gun. I don't remember what that's called. Plasma pistol something. Whatever, man. Point is, he doesn't have rockets. So what I did is I shot a couple of them and then hucked some grenades to try and weed it out. That actually worked pretty well for me. I was excited. And I knew that there was a bunch of enemies dead. So once you kind of feel that way, go ahead and just step up, pop that little bastard in the head, and then shoot him. As you can see, there's a handful of grunts and jackals left. Go ahead and knock those down. And then I don't know if you can actually shoot the gun's core to make it blow up. By the way, I have no clue what that was, but it hit me and it hurt, so I can't explain that. But I don't know if you can shoot the core and make it blow up. I didn't want to test it, so I just ran around until I could find a grenade of some sort. Ended up there was a plasma grenade right here. Now when you blow up the core and you get to this little part, a dropship is going to come by and drop more enemies, which are now going to be to my right. So when that happens, he spawns a couple of grunts and spawns this ghost. Go ahead and be awesome again, and and you should have no issues. Sorry, I had a phone call. Hopefully it didn't fuck up the commentary. So once again, like I said, just be awesome, and oh, also I forget, our Revenant spawns up here. Now here's my little situation for killing a Revenant. Just get right up in his face. Don't deviate. Just fire and stay right up in his grill, if you will. How that rhymed. The point is about this is that the Covenant ships, and especially the AI at this point, won't shoot straight down. So if you're right up in their face, you got no worries. I ditch the ghosts, like always, because I usually don't like driving vehicles. And this next little part, when you run down the road, there are 3 skirmishers, a phantom overhead, and a wraith. Now if you notice, I only killed two skirmishers because one stayed up there and almost killed me. He runs away, but I know I can get him later. Now, wraiths are actually pretty easy to kill. The trick is you just have to get to a vantage point where you can shoot out the gunner from the front. Once you do that, again, vehicles won't shoot straight down at you, so you just have to move from cover to cover, avoid the shots, and just run up to it and mount it and either punch it or blow it up with a grenade. It's pretty easy. So here I am going from cover to cover. It doesn't even see me, and I walk up to it, get on it, plant a grenade. Just remember that once you plant the grenade, you have to get off of it because when it blows up, you blow up. Now the next little part is a little industrial factory place going down, and you have to go and infiltrate it and shit like that. As you can see, there's an enclosed turret that I pick off from afar. Now the only thing down there is jackals and grunts, and the jackals won't get inside of the turret, and all the grunts are on the bridge. So there's 3 of them, maybe 4. So as long as you kill all of the grunts before they get to the back of the bridge, nobody else is going to get in the turret. So just don't fuck it up, Neil. And you can see the 3 jackals there. Kind of a pain in the ass because they don't respond very well to Covenant weapons. They just bounce right off instead of going through. But if you use the same tactic and shoot them in the gun hand that points out 3 times, you get a super combine and they blow up. Or if you hit them and they jump, you can get an easy body headshot. If somehow something gets inside of the turret, again, you can always use these little concrete blocks to hide behind, pipe your head out, and try and get a headshot on them, or chuck grenades or something. This is right up the staircase. There's 2 jackals that spawn, or 2 skirmishers, sorry, and then up the next set of ladders, there's a handful of jackals and grunts that spawn. I had to run back actually and pick up that health, that's why I had to jump right there. So there's a lot of openings, a lot of railings, chain link fences that you can shoot between and through and kill enemies well before you get to them, which is pretty sweet. Another little platform, a bunch of grunts. Up the second staircase right here, and around the corner there's going to be 2 elites, 2 jackals, and 3 or 4 grunts. I use my grenade here, but if you don't have a sticky grenade, you should probably go back and get one, because there is an open turret with a grunt and an elite back there that stay on it. If you shoot the green gun at the guy on the turret, it hits the turret and not the actual person, which at this point is probably going to be the elite. So it won't hit the elite, it'll hit the turret, and you'll die a couple of times like I do. So my suggestion is if you don't have a second grenade, or if you don't use your grenade, or have any, you should go get one, and then throw it at the turret, and try and blow it up somehow. And that way you can get the easy noob combo kill on the elite here. Teabag for good measure, and pick up some health. There's assault rifles here, but I recommend keeping your precision weapon green combo because that's just awesome. And don't jump too high there or that'll happen. Now if you don't have your achievement for killing the high profile elite and tip of the spear, it's right on the platform above me. It's a red elite, and you just have to green gun and shoot him in the head. He's a one-shot kill at that point, and you just got 25 gamer score points for being awesome. Use this little room for cover, and when you get him killed, go in there. There's sprint if you don't have it already, and a health pack. Again, I hate jackals, I just throw grenades at them. Alright, and down this little hole there are 3 grunts. But what most people don't realize, and what I didn't realize at first, is directly underneath me right now there's a jackal with a shield that has a green gun charged up and ready to go. And that was the fire right there. That hit me and killed me way too many times on my first playthrough. So remember that. There's a jackal hiding in the corner that you can't see right away. On the floor below you, there's two grunts, wow, sometimes three. The third one pats in between this room and the room that you can see in front of you with the cones. So be mindful of that. He has the green gun as well, and he does keep it charged sometimes. And that's pretty much the end of the video. As you go around the corner, there's going to be an ordnance drop for a Covenant sticky launcher. You can get it if you want, but my suggestion is when you kill the two grunts, just take a Revenant and drive off. And the next video in part 2, we will show you how to do the second gun.